This person says, what the F? First you should learn how to tattoo and then you should teach other people. Yeah, I'm still learning, so it's going to be a long time apparently if I'm listening to him. It'll be a long time before I can help anybody because in my opinion, I'll be learning till I'm done, till I retire, till my arms fall off. I'm still going to be learning how to tattoo. So I guess he just doesn't want nobody to help anybody. Am I a great tattoo artist? No. We make that perfectly clear. We're not here to go, hey, come get tattooed by me because I'm fantastic. That's not it. I have my own local business. I don't tattoo people from the YouTube. You know, who the heck's going to come out here for a run-of-the-mill tattoo? Nobody, okay? I suppose I should wait until I know everything and then I'll help people. But the problem with knowing how to tattoo and completely and knowing everything and yada yada, you tend to forget the hard stuff in the beginning. Because there's things in the beginning that you only know are hard because you're in it. Like, why are my hands shaking? Why is this not happening? You only know that those are issues because you're living it in that moment. So if you can get through that and then explain to other people, hey guys, this is how you get through shaky hands. Hey, this is how you get a line. Is it perfect? No, but hey guys, this is kind of how I figured out how to do it. And then people are going to go, oh, okay, and they're going to do it way better than you did. That's what it's about. Not being perfect, but just guiding people like, hey, this is how I did stuff. You want to do it this way, right? If I waited till I knew everything, then again, I would forget. I'd forget that is, the secret I learned to line. That is, how I got rid of the shaking hands. I'm just using those as examples, So that's why I think it's important to kind of explain things and teach stuff as I learn them sometimes because it's fresh in my brain. It might always not be right, but it's fresh in my brain. And that's important. So I hope that answers your question there, guy. What the F? First you should learn to tattoo. I'm trying to learn, man. Always trying to learn. But thank you. Thank you for the comment. Appreciate you. Welcome, guys. And today I'm answering your comments. So maybe you'll have to comment. Maybe I'm going to answer it. Maybe not. Either way, I hope that some of the questions and answers help you out. So let's go. Alright, next person says, can you make a video on how to avoid dry ink getting stuck in your needles while doing a client, please? I'm assuming you mean while tattooing a client, obviously. Yes. If the ink's getting dried up in there, let's say you're using like 3 different needles. There's a bloody fly in here. So you're using several needles and you pop one out, that's you're using for some red, and then you got this one you're using for black and whatever. It don't matter. But if you take that needle out and you just set it down there and go plug in another needle and go to work, well, that other needle is going to start getting dried up just sitting over there. So before you switch needles, dip it into some rinse water, some distilled water, and rinse it out a little bit, clean it off a little bit, then take it out, then set it off to the side so you don't have to worry about ink drying up in the tube while you're using your other needle. The other thing is you can be using that same needle with that same color for a while, but as it moves, ink's getting stored up in little spots in the tube, not up in the machine, but in the tube, and it dries up. While you're still moving, you're still doing stuff, parts of that ink are getting dried in there. So every so often, clean the ink out. Even though you're still using that same color ink, you're thinking, I don't need to clean it out because I'm still using blue. But every once in a while, you're going to want to clean the blue out, clean it real good, get a fresh start in blue again, and that'll help keep it from drying up or that needle getting crunchy or whatever. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, the next person says, this was on our mixing tattoo color. He said, if you are used to mix and paint on canvas with 5 colors like white, yellow, red, blue, and burnt umber, can you match this method with tattoo color inks? I'm going to say yes. So if you're used to painting and you're taking a little red and a little blue and a little of that, mixing it and doing your thing, yes, that's the same thing. Only instead of mixing it on your palette, you're mixing it in your tube. Or you can pre-mix them if you want, little of this into a cap and stir it up and you have it ready. Or you can just mix it right in the moment like you would painting. So you get a little bit of that red, a little bit of that blue, or whatever. I'm just throwing colors out there. And you want to check it. What I do is my machine running, I just wipe it on the paper towel. And you can see the color it made. It's like, now a little more yellow. A little more yellow. Well, that's it. And you go to town. So that is absolutely it goes back and forth. You can take that same mentality from painting and bring it into tattooing. Which is the best machine for shading, whether it be the XW or the wand shader? Well, the wand shader is going to take the win on that one because, in my opinion, that is what it's built to do. But that is pretty much all it's built to do, in my opinion. Of course, if you take the CNC XW, I mean, it can do other things. And the reason why I say this is pretty much built for shading is because of the motor in it. It's got a weaker motor, and what I mean by weaker is essentially it is a brushed motor. Most of the motors in machines are brushless. They run faster, they have more power, move quicker, whatnot, but this is a brushed motor as far as I'm aware. And so what that pretty much means is it has a little bit less power, which means it is a softer hitting machine. You have more time. You can really put those needles in there and move them, and you got to get comfortable using it. You got to be a little more aggressive with it, but it hits softer. It bogs down a little bit more. So when it comes to shading, yes, but you're going to pay for that. When it comes to other machines, you can absolutely shade with them too. I shade with this machine and many other machines like it. The only difference is you just adjust. Okay, the next one is another Negative Nancy, so let's get to that. This video is, all right, before I read this comment, they're referring to the video that was what you need to tattoo. It pretty much went over some of the stuff that we use to tattoo and whatnot. They said, this video is exactly why there are so many tattoo artists that suck. You do know that a YouTube video is not a substitution for an apprenticeship at a reputable shop. You all know a tattoo is permanent and scarring people isn't cool. So you all know tattoo is permanent and scarring people isn't cool. We didn't know that. We know that now, though. So thank you. We know now. What we have learned is that tattoos are permanent. Damn. And scarring people isn't cool. See, I totally thought that was... But let's go back, okay? This is exactly why there are so many tattoo artists that suck. All right. I'm not saying the guy is wrong. I get what he is saying. But all I can do is relate to myself and know what I thought when I was learning, and learning on my own, for that matter, was that nothing was going to stop me. I'm going to figure this out because I wanted to do it. I was either going to go out there and, which is what I did, figure it out on my own, make all the mistakes I can, I have to, and figure this out. If there was a video that told me what the heck I needed to get, I would have made less mistakes and done better. I'm not saying this is a replacement for an apprenticeship. Good luck getting one and trying to get one at a reputable shop. Nonetheless, people are going to do it. They're going to tattoo. Trust me, I know I was going to tattoo. I did tattoo regardless of what anybody told me, because I was just kind of a little bit of a rebellious kind of person, and I'm going to do what I want to do. And if you tell me I can't, then I'm going to do it even more. And my kids are the same way, so I'm cursed. I guess that's my punishment for being that way. But nonetheless, that's what he has to say. And again, I think that people are going to do this stuff, and we're best to help guide them, show them what to do. And maybe some people just look at it as an art. I've got and talked to plenty of people who don't even ever have plans to tattoo real skin. They just enjoy tattooing the fake skin. It's like painting for them. They have the machine that got everything, and they just work on the fake skin and look at it as an art form, and that is the art. So, I mean, take it as you want, but I do understand. But I will say, at least we learned that tattoos are permanent. I mean, can't say we didn't learn anything. Okay, moving on. The next question somebody asked, I think it's a decent one. Will any cartridge needle fit in any cartridge gun or any, tattoo machine? I have not found a cartridge that won't fit in one of the machines, but some of them are not fun fitting them. They go in kind of hard, they turn kind of hard, they come out sort of hard. It depends on the manufacturing. You can look at the cartridge sometimes and you'll see little nubs on the sides where I don't know how the machining works or how the plastic is cut out of the whatnot, but it's not done super well. So sometimes they won't fit really well. Sometimes they'll be kind of hard to put in and turn and whatnot. So if you find a cartridge that goes in smooth, locks smooth, runs smooth, then stick with that one. They don't have to be wicked expensive to be good cartridges, to be good needles. If it works for you and you're having no problem, then keep doing it. There's no point in spending buku bucks on needles that, maybe sure they work great, but why bother? So, yes, find ones that fit your machine well, but I have not had a cartridge that I couldn't actually make work. So if you bought a box of a specific needle because you have a tattoo coming up that you want to use that box of needles for, and it's hard going in and out, you can still use them. I would just look down the road to try maybe a different brand and see how those work. But again, I hope that answers your question. Next question is, have you ever used UV inks? Now, I don't know if you guys have seen these, but apparently they kind of like glow in the dark. UV under black lights, they can light up and glow. And I have not used them. Something about them kind of trips me out a little bit. I don't know that I'd want something under my skin that can glow. But that doesn't mean they're bad. Just means I don't know enough about them yet. I've had some people who wanted me to do something with them. I thought about it, but I don't know yet. I think, unfortunately, we're going to have to test this out on myself. I'm going to have to test it out on my leg or something before I go and subject anybody to it. So if there's an issue, I can deal with it because I know what's going on. So, yeah, maybe down the road we'll pick up some UV ink and give it a go. That might be fun. Or scary. Stick around, we'll do that. So, if you enjoyed the video, guys, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment, and maybe in the next one, I'll answer your comment. There's no bad question other than the one you didn't ask. So, until next time, guys, peace.